Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Okami. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf.
Hello all you glorious people of the world, Chelsea-Chee here, back with a brand new playthrough of Okami. I'm gonna be on this screen because otherwise it's gonna go through, it's gonna do like a lot of games typically do where it shows you the game if you stay on the title screen for a while. So a little bit of a surprise. Oh, apparently even if I'm on that screen. Interesting. Well, let's go to options, I guess. Because I would like to make sure that motion controls are off. I think that's gonna be fine. Anyways, let's hang out here with someone that you don't know. But we'll hang out on this screen, which I have this screen because I've already beaten Okami. We're already kind of way off track here with my original thought process that got disrupted. It's been a long time, as I was going to say, it's been a long time since we've done 2 games at the same time on the channel. I don't think it happened with Chrono Trigger. I'm trying to think. Maybe it was with Paper Mario Origami King is when I did 2. West of Loathing, did I do 2? I can't remember, but it's been quite a bit. We've kind of been like focusing just on one game at a time. I figured since Banjo-Kazooie is in retrospect a pretty short game, that we'd go ahead and play a longer game, like Okami. And I had a lot of fun personally playing Okami in my free time a couple of years ago. I think it's gonna make a great Let's Play to do of it. And the good news is that when I played it, I wasn't able to do all like the side quests. Like, there's a point in the game where it's like point of no return basically, and I ended up going into that before I realized that that's what it was, and there were still like some things I wanted to do. So the good news is we'll be able to do that this time. So we are not doing New Game Plus, basically. I'm gonna start a brand new game. And it looks like I should be able to do that, and I'll just save in a different slot than my main game or where New Game Plus would be. So it looks like as long as we do New Game, that should be fine. Maybe I need to check controls. Okay. So it uses motion controls, but we're gonna turn those off. Here we go. This is what I'm using right here. The Joy-Con grip. I'm pretty sure this is all fine. Handheld mode. Pro controller, which I don't have a pro controller. Make sure there are no people or objects in your immediate vicinity when playing with motion controls. You don't want to whack someone in the face with it. Oh, that's nice that you can, if you're playing it on your actual Switch, you can do touch. I've only ever played it on the TV, and I'm not a big fan of motion controls, so I've never used motion controls. As soon as we were able to do the motion controls, that option is going bye-bye, basically. So yeah, let's go ahead and go into new game. I'll get to do some more voice acting, because as you can tell from the intro, it's all kind of burp text, just like in Banjo-Kazooie too. So yay, voice acting ahoy. Okami. Story. By that person whose name I'm gonna not butcher, and I'm gonna be sorry if I butcher any of these Japanese names in the game. Long, long ago. Oh, yay, and I get to press the button, so we won't have text run away from us. A tiny hamlet known as Kamaki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Yeah, look at the pink blossoms floating down across the screen. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. All villages gotta have dark secrets, you know. To satiate the appetite of Ororichi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. Always gotta offer them maidens. With a body like a mountain and 6 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's got 8 heads. It's pretty accurate so far. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. Shiranui. That's how I'm gonna say it. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Ororichi. People thought the wolf was evil, but it was not. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. The wolf was too sly for him. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the villager's most beautiful maiden. Well, if perhaps she is the only maiden left, that would make her the most beautiful. Also, how is Ororichi throwing these arrows if he's like sealed? Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Determined to put an end to Ororichi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. I'm the maiden now. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Ororichi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Ororichi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice, and he's got like a weird shrine bell thing attached to him too. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced, well into the moonless night. But Ororichi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. That one head's upside down. You see that, guys? At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Ororichi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Baring its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Ororichi. Ororichi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Should have had some water for all this reading. I forgot how long the intro sequence is of the backstory. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Ororichi's flames. As Ororichi closed in on Shiranui, sharp claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Ororichi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Ororichi. I feel like I'm adding some symbols in there, but we're gonna go with that. Because in the localization, they did shorten the words, so I think his name is longer. Orochi? Orochi. I like Ororichi. Somebody in the comments is gonna come up and be like, why are you saying his name wrong? It's gonna be Chrono Trigger all over again. Ororichi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. It's the moon! The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously towards Ororichi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Ororichi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. I think his determination has caused him to be able to cut the heads all of a sudden. Ororichi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Well, they battled all night. Shiranui had succumbed to Ororichi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamaki. Oh, the poor wolf. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark, then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamaki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. A different symbol right here. However, this is not the end of the story. If it was, then we wouldn't have a game to play. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. It's only held for 100 years. Exactly. There's a sword. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Ororichi? Uh-oh. No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Oh, then why are you taking it? Oh man, you done ruined everything. And then you ran like the coward you are. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness untold the world, or unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. I just don't say it. Just, you know, continue to run away. Yep, there we go. Could have stuck the sword back, but you know, whatever. But you know, after 100 years, you know, it does kind of feel like a legend that's not true. Like a fairy tale, even. My controller is really vibrating. I don't know if the mic is going to be able to pick it up, but it is going wild. It really wants you to know that he done messed up. A loading screen. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. the tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood sprite Sakuya. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Oh no. I mean, it has been 100 years, supposedly. It's a long time for any sort of wood sprite. Amaterasu, now is the time. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. I'm ready! Okami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother, and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. So, like, we're kind of... They call us the mother of all of the gods. Like, we are kind of the sun, the light, like, life in general. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. And we're very bored with this whole ordeal. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. You know, this all just happened very, very recently. Like, the world has not been like this for eons. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, which is Japan, but never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Before Japan was called Japan, it was Nippon, in like feudal era time. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. Uh-huh. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? It's tickling. What on earth? It's a bug. You again. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting, that's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist. Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Oh my. Hey, he is a pretty good artist. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, Furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Yeah, I would have done the same thing. Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my pride sword, Dinko Maru, against you. Oh, it's so tiny. I think someone has a bigger sword than you. Well, what's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free, and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sakuya girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit? That's the fruit. That girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. Yeah, you're telling me. I took a 100-year-long nap. Whee! Oh, I'm barking. What in the world? There's something blocking the road leading back to the village. Am I still dreaming? Alright, so we can't leave. This video is going to be a smidge longer just because I think Okami has saved points. Can't really remember. That fruit sure is growing in a high place. The only way we're going to reach that is with some kind of special power. So, pretty sure that's all we can look at. We've got a bark, we can jump, we can headbutt, and we can dig. Let's go in the light. Blinded by the light. Maybe there's a safe spot tonight. Where are we? Got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. L changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? Whee! Okay. So, we are Amaterasu. One thing I really love about it is that, like, when we run, because we are mother of all and plant life. Oh! Okay, I would like this. Well, here's our save spot right here, actually. When we start running really fast, we have, like, flowers blooming after us and things like that, which is just, like, so nice. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way, you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. So this is our save spot. We're not gonna save just yet. I just gotta make sure that we save here. So as you can see, like my first game, I have put quite a bit of time into it. So that's just a small taste of how long that this game could be. And then this is my New Game Plus. So I would like to cancel saving. Yes. So thankfully there is a save spot right here. So we're gonna end our video off here. And in the next one, we will explore this area that we're in. According to Sakuya, we need to free all of the villagers. Once we cut that fruit down, they will be reborn. But we need some sort of special power or special move in order to cut said fruit down that we don't have just yet. Okami, or I should say Amaterasu, which Isun will start calling us a nickname. He'll start calling us Ami for short. So we'll get that ability probably in the next video. I'm pretty excited to play Okami. I'm gonna really enjoy doing all of the side quests and things like that, and it's gonna be so fun. And if you've never seen this game before, it is a really like cute and like fun game, and the art style is so unique, and we'll be seeing a lot more of what I mean by unique in a little bit. As always, be sure to like, comment, share, and even subscribe if you've not already done so, and I'll see you guys in the next video.